I think it really highlights so many people, whether it's physical goals or whether it's mental health goals, whatever it is, they look for a quick fix, and it's like, oh, what can I do for 3 4 weeks that cures me? And it's like, I just feel like, you can't do that. You have to do something consistently. You have to make it part of your life, and you have to enjoy doing it as well. And like, it seems the way you talk about it, it's something that like you actually thoroughly enjoy, which is really, really important as well.
Yeah, it's a process. Like everything is a process. Life is a process. Like if you wanted a quick fix for everything, well, then why don't you just want a quick fix for life and just live it really happily? And that's the end of it. Like you can't have everything all the time. Like sometimes you're going to feel in the best mental shape ever, but you mightn't be happy with your body. And a lot of people find that while they're trying to achieve physical changes with their body, it can actually have a negative impact on their mind. So like these are two separate things, and obviously they can be approached as a unit, but they're very separate, and they've to be treated and I suppose approached in very different ways, because at the end of the day, nobody is going to be A1 for their whole lives. We all have ups and downs, whether that's mentally, physically, like even emotionally, socially. Like nobody is completely outgoing 100% of the time. So at the end of the day, I think it's a process. Everything is a process, and it's something that you have to stick with. And a quick fix is never going to be the solution, because you'll just be left disappointed and feeling even worse than you were when you started. It's the kind of thing you have to stick with and just chisel away at gradually over a period of time, and you eventually will get there. But it should be a process that you gradually feel better. It shouldn't be you feel all right and then you feel really bad and then you feel better for a short period of time and then you're right back to where you started. Like an end goal is something that's meant to make you feel so good. So why not try and just feel better and better and better as you get there, rather than up and down? It should be slow and just gradually getting better and better until you hit this amazing end goal.
Yeah, no, like I feel like you got into my thoughts there, like for a second, because like anytime I'm describing kind of people's happiness, it's like they're on like a spike of happiness, whereas I'm like, what you want is this, that you like, you've a little up and then you've a little down, but it's always controlled, it's always managed, and there's always a bigger picture in mind. I think
That's
that if people got into that mindset, there'd be like such less people depressed, and things would just be. And if they kind of learned how to control and learn what works for them, so like what worked for you mightn't work for me, but it's just to be open-minded to the fact that, okay, this is a process, like you were saying, and everything kind of, it's about, there will be ups and downs, but how you actually use those ups and downs is what makes it.
Yeah, and like nobody's going to take the exact same steps to achieve anything that the other person is going to take. Like everybody's going to have, like, one thing might go really well for one person, but it might go completely, we'll say, I don't know, wrong for the other person. So it's important to realize that not everybody's the same, and everybody can approach things in different ways. And there's so many different ways of approaching everything. But just figure out what exactly it is that you want to achieve right now. And don't be saying, oh, I want perfect mind, perfect body. Like I want to be really outgoing. I want everybody to love me, because you're not going to have all of that at the same time. And the more you learn to love yourself and appreciate what you have and where you are at the moment, the more you'll actually be able to work towards that goal. But you're not going to have it all the time.
Yeah.